I represent the DMO. Okay, it's a mixed entity, 50% private, 50% public. On the public side, we have City Hall, we also have the harbor, and we also have the airport. And on the private side, we have 27 companies. Okay, all these companies, they fund our marketing budget, okay, as well as the private sector. Okay, so between all of us, we move the DMO, and the thinking behind this new structure of DMO is similar to what Turismo Barcelona did many years ago. Okay, let's take out of the political battle touristic strategy. Okay, because tourism goes on one track and politics goes on another track. So we don't need to mix any of those things. Okay, I'm not a politician, nor I've never worked in the public sector. I come from the private sector. And I was chosen to lead this project, and we have already gone through 2 changes of mayor in the city, and the project remains intact with no changes. So that's what we're working. Okay. So this project was initiated, as I was saying, 5 years ago, and the reason behind this project was business. Okay, we have a very powerful high season. Okay, 90%. Okay, 90. Of the production is concentrated in 4 months, and in the long term, it's impossible in terms of resources, in terms of employment, in terms of ecology, everything. Okay, so let's work together on a strategy to extend the season as much as possible, always knowing that what we are not ambitioning is to be a 12-month high season destination. Okay, that's not the aim. Okay, but instead of having 90% of the production concentrated in 3-4 months, if we can balance this, so it's going to be much better for us. Okay, so behind this idea, at the end, you are talking a marketing problem. Okay, how do you extend the season? So you give it a marketing solution. Okay, and the marketing solution is you need to reposition the brand, you need to rebuild the brand. Okay, and that was basically the project. Okay, how do we take Palma as a sun and beach brand, and how do we position Palma as a city brand? Okay, and that's the idea. Okay, so for the past 5 years, we have never promoted sun, we have never promoted beach, we have never promoted high season, and we promote Palma as a city destination. We do not compete with Greece, we do not compete with Northern Africa, we do not compete with Turkey. We compete with Lisbon, Valencia, San Sebastián, Bilbao, Málaga, Prague, Tallinn, Vienna, etc. Okay, that's our competitor set. Okay, so once we do market research, we look what Stockholm is doing, what Lisbon is doing, what Milan is doing. Obviously, it's not like we are like Milan. Obviously, that's not the point. Okay, but really, that's what we are aiming, and that's our project. Okay, and behind that, there's also a lot of work done on connectivity. Okay, it's also a lot of work done behind with the tour operators. For example, it took us 2 years to convince Jet2, for example, to take us out of the Sun and Beach catalog. Okay, Palma is no longer featured on the Jet2 catalogs on the Sun and Beach area. Now it's positioned on the city break. Jet2 has 25 destinations under the city break catalog. Palma, in terms of sales, is number 5. The first one is Paris, London, Madrid, Barcelona, Berlin, and the 5th one is Palma. Okay? It took us 2 years to convince them, but obviously at the end we did it. Okay? Now, for example, now we are working together on a plan with Eurowings to launch a city package for the month of September. Okay? So that's the work that we are doing. Okay? So once we talk about repositioning, and when I was saying this is a marketing exercise, at the end, what we said, okay, we need to rebuild the brand. So let's apply marketing 101. Okay, so we have our master brand, and for us, our master brand is Passion for Palma. And behind this master brand, the thinking behind that is very ambitious market research that we did. Okay, I'm talking about the customers and the clients. Everybody was saying, okay, Palma is great. I never thought, and I never found, it was quite surprising for me to find what I found in the city of Palma. For me, Palma was where the airport is, or Palma was where I should go when there is one day in summer that is raining and I cannot go to the beach, so let me go to the city. Okay? So once they get to discover the city, they say, okay, I didn't expect to find what the city has to offer. I basically fall in love with the city. Okay? I'm talking about that market insight. Okay? In terms of marketing terms, we decided to create the Passion for Palma brand. Okay? So we created the Passion for Palma brand, and after that we said, okay, what are those products, what are those experiences that we want our customers to enjoy in the city? Okay? Also, we did a big research saying, okay, once you come to Palma, what's your main driver? And the things were clear. I come for the culture, I come for the gastronomy, I come for the events, I come for the sports, the sailing events, the running events, business, obviously. So based on that, and following that concept of building a brand, we created the products. Okay, so from our master brand, we have Passion for Palma, and then you have Passion for Sports, Passion for Culture, Passion for Gastronomy, Passion for Culture, etc. Okay, as once we decided to put together these brands, and the marketing plan was to give content to each individual experience. Okay, so annually, we could easily organize around close to 40 events associated to these products. Events that have to do with culture, events that have to do with sports, events that have to do with gastronomy, okay? Always in the low and mid-season. For us, the low and mid-season is November until April. May, June, July, August, and September, it's high season for us, okay? So we have 40 events concentrated in 7 months that have to do with Palma as a city destination and as an urban destination. And basically what we say about Palma, and once we have the product, we have the brand, we created the branded products, okay? We have merchandising on the Passion for Palma brand, okay? We sell merchandising worth 100,000 euros annually. This merchandising, since we're a foundation, okay, so all the money that we make out of this merchandising is reinvested in marketing, okay, and we have 37 products, okay. These merchandising products, they can be bought online. You find them at the airport, you find them at the touristic offices, you find them at the cruises, and we created this product, and this product is being sold by the airlines. Okay, so the same way that Ryanair sells you the scratch cards. Okay, so we have airlines that sell the city card for us. Okay, and for example, only in city cards we sell close to 70,000 euros annually in city cards. Okay, we have 3 cards: one family card, which is for 4 members, another one for 72 hours, and one card that is express, that is thought out for cruises. Okay.
Excuse me, this is a city card not for transport, this is for
includes transport.
So transport and entrance for museums?
Yes, it includes all the entrance to all the museums, and includes transport. Includes the round trip from the airport, and includes 10 single bus tickets in the city of Palma, with line 15, the number 15, which is the one that goes to Playa de Palma, the one that goes to Yetas, etc. Okay, that's included.
How many hours or days?
The family card is a week. It's 4 members, and then the other one is 72 hours. And it's one person, 72 hours. The 72 hours is 32 euros. 32 euros. And then we have the Express. The Express in theory, is thought out for cruises, and in theory is 6 hours, but the reality it's not 6 hours. If you are during a week, you can use it. But the difference with the Express is that the Express is 15 euros, okay, and you pick the entrances that you wanna, the places you wanna visit. For example, on the 72 hours on the family, everything is included, the cathedrals, the museums, etc. Okay?
Make your choice.
Exactly. The Express, you say, okay, the Express you can choose 2 places. Okay, I want to go to the cathedral and I want to go to the Museum of Modern Art, for example. Okay, so you get to pick 2 places to visit, and it's included all the transportation, obviously, and it's included all the discounts on shops, restaurants, etc. Okay?
You can buy them in the shop.
You buy them at the touristic offices, or you buy them online. Okay? You buy them online. Okay? For example, now we are putting together a special edition of 1,000 cards that we are going to sell them in October, and they're going to be Eurowings branded. Okay, so it's a co-marketing program with Eurowings. Okay, with the airline. Okay. Okay, so we are going to have a Eurowings Passion for Palma card. Eurowings. A Eurowings Passion for Palma card for the winter 17-18 season. Okay, we did something similar in 2015 with Air Berlin. Okay, and we utilized those Air Berlin cards in 2015 as an early bird booking tool. Okay, so we put them on sale in June of 2015, and any early bookings for a winter package was getting a free Passion for Palma city card. Okay, so we sold them, I think, in 3 weeks. They were all sold. Okay?
Good concept.
That's a good concept. Okay? And in terms, as I was saying, we are talking about building a brand. We're talking about not building, rebuilding a brand. Okay, so you need to position this brand. Okay, so how did we choose to position this brand? We chose to position this brand as your gate of entrance to the island of Mallorca. Okay, so the concept is it's a 2-in-1. Okay, from Palma you have what Palma has to offer as a global destination, but on top of that, from Palma you have everything that Mallorca as a destination has to offer. Okay. For example, one of the top 3 products that we are seeing this winter is trekking. Okay? So the third motive for people to choose Palma for a winter holiday is because they want to do some trekking. Trekking, hiking. We do not have mountains in Palma. Okay? It's Sierra Tramontana. So they choose to stay in Palma, and they go trekking from Palma to Sóller, Escorca, Pollensa, etc. Okay. They go, they do their hiking, 2, 3, 4 hours. They come back to the city, they take a shower, and they have everything that the city has to offer. Shops, restaurants, museums, cinemas, etc. Terraces. Okay? So we position Palma, Mallorca as a whole, and Palma as a city destination. Okay? So basically that's our positioning statement. Okay? And the reason behind that is, okay, we have more than 300 days, sunny days per year. Okay? Our average temperature is 16 degrees. We never close. Okay? Shops are open 7 days a week. Terraces are open 7 days a
In
week.
the afternoon they have a siesta.
No. No siesta.
That's a good thing.
Okay? So, no siesta. So we are a European city. Okay? So everything is open. Everything is open. Exactly. Now everything is open, okay, including the Sundays. Okay, so we had to change the regulation. Okay, so we had to do some changing of the regulation to allow shops to open. Okay, so and we created a specific area inside the city. Okay, which is called Zagat, ZGAT, which this definition it's from a street, a very wide street, all the way up to the sea. So any shop within this circle is allowed to open 7 days a week.
So from the sea till
Till these
Okay,
avenidas,
So
okay?
little private shops are not included in this.
Yes, they are. Anybody,
Anyway,
As
if they want to.
if they want to, okay? If you're not
Go
obliged,
to Arta or some other place, they close.
they close. Yeah, okay, so what we did is we created this section inside the city,
That's what I said.
and anybody inside the city with a shop is able to open on Sundays if they want. If they want. Obviously, we do not put a gun in their heads to open. Okay. Okay. So another.
Take the share in the salaries, do you? No.
So another change that was made in terms of legislation is to allow the terraces to be installed in the city. Okay, so many bars, restaurants, they have open air terraces. Okay, that way people can stay. We have a mild weather, so it's quite easy, quite normal to see people in the month of February sitting in the middle of the terraces. Okay? So gastronomy, we made a big effort behind gastronomy. We currently have 5 Michelin stars. Okay, it was something that we never used to have before. Okay, so now you have, for example, you have a Michelin star restaurant, which I think, for example, the last one that they got it 3 months ago, Adrian Keklas, for example. Okay, Adrian Keklas, it has one Michelin star, and the menu is 45 euros. Okay, so it's 45 euros. No, you'll find something. No, if you find a reservation, that's the problem. Okay, if you are willing to wait for 2 months, you will have a table. Okay, that's the leeway that they have, a month and a half, 2 months. Okay, but it's 45 euros the menu for a Michelin star. Okay, so you have there's a big change in terms of gastronomy. Okay, cycling. Okay, thinking of the concept of Palma as the gate of entrance to the island of Mallorca. Okay, so through the area of Playa de Palma. Okay, Playa de Palma, the municipality of Palma, it has 42,000 beds. Okay, out of these 42,000 beds, 36,000 is in Playa de Palma. Okay, and the city has close to 8,000. So Playa de Palma has gone through a major change. Okay, and basically they have like 2 seasons. Okay, the winter season, all the hotels turn around sports. Okay, and they turn around cycling. So they have bike stations, special menus for cyclists, etc. And then once the cycling season finishes, it comes in the high season. Okay, the hotels in the city of Palma, they have specialized in golf, for example. Okay. Many hotels in the city of Palma, they work around golf in the low and mid season, for example. So basically they specialize in terms of products. Okay, running, we've also made a big effort behind running to be considered like a running destination. Okay, we receive annually 20,000 runners that come from 52 countries that they come to Palma just for running. Okay. So that's also an effort that we make in the low and mid season. Okay, trekking, as I was saying, golf, there are 23 golf courses in Palma. There are in Mallorca, 5 of them are in the city of Palma. Okay, so we have many golf courses to do. Sailing, okay, it's another area of work. Okay, every weekend there's a sailing race in the Bay of Palma. Okay, and out of these sailing races we have 10 international qualifying races that position Palma as a sailing destination. Okay. Culture, obviously, we are working for the past 5 years behind the Miro image, okay, to associate Palma with the image of Miro, the same way that Barcelona has done it with Gaudí. Okay, so we're doing that with Miro. As a matter of fact, we have a product specifically for Miro, and it's a single ticket that allows you to access all the museums in the island that have Miro works, and includes the Tren de Sóller ticket. Okay, so you can go to Fundación Pilarillo Miró, you can go to this Baluarte, you jump on the Tren de Sóller train, go to Museo de Camp Brunera in Sóller, and then come back. Okay, so we even go into the area
museum
in Sóller, Museo Camp Brunera, it's called. Okay, where we have Miro works. And The Congress Hall, obviously, there says January 2016, is going to be April 2017, okay, but it's there, okay. So what I was on the round table, I got a press release that they are starting to install the chairs in the auditoriums, okay, so they will be installed at the end of March, so the Congress Hall will be open in April, okay. So there are already a Volkswagen Congress for the month of October, okay.
If they are not gone.
Okay, if they're not gone, okay. They're going to do the worldwide, the worldwide presentation of a new model, okay. So they're going to do it in Palma, and they will be here for the entire month of October, okay. And through the entire month of October, salesmen, dealers, journalists, they will be going through the city to know, okay. So the Congress Hall, I'm sure you've seen it arriving into the city, okay. So it's very big. It's very big. Melia is going to be the company that is going to manage Melia, okay. Melia is the yes. This is a hotel. This is a hotel. It's called Melia Palma Bay, the hotel, okay. So this is the hotel. And this is the Congress Hall. Okay?
And who is the architect of the hall?
Pachi Mangado.
Pachi Mangado.
Pachi Mangado. Yes, he's the architect. So it's ready. It's a nice infrastructure. It's quite impressive. Okay, it's very big. It's very big. And so hopefully it's going to be the last piece to the engine that we are putting together. Okay. The business plan for the Congress Hall, one is, it will take a full year calendar, okay, of activity. The business plan talks around 80,000 attendees to congresses annually when it's fully operative, okay. So Melia is going to manage the Congress and the hotel for the next 15 years, okay. So it's a public tender that Melia won. And basically that's how it's going to manage. And now we are in the process of putting together a joint commercial teams with Melia. Okay, so we are going to work on a convention bureau 2.0. Okay, so we're not going to create a convention bureau in the traditional way. Okay, we're going to do it in a different way. Okay, with the idea of a mixed convention bureau with a participation of the private sector. Okay. Okay. So basically, so that's how we're going to do it. Okay. And okay, this is, see, for example, here you will be able to see more or less all the rooms. Okay. So you have if you combine the two auditoriums, okay, you will be able to have close to almost 2,500 people sitting on the auditorium. Okay, that's the maximum capacity for the auditoriums. Okay, there are two auditoriums, and basically here you see all the different combinations that you can put together for the auditoriums. Okay, and here you see all the expo areas, the surface. Okay, there is a terrace which is impressive. Okay, it's 600 square meters. And it's overlooking the bay, okay, with an individual, a private entrance from the street, okay. So, and the idea behind this terrace and the restaurants is that they are going to be open to the public, okay. Okay, obviously they are going to give service to the Congress Hall, but it's going to be a restaurant also for anybody to go, okay. So it's 5-minute walking distance from the cathedral. And well, this is more or less how it looks, the new Congress Hall. Okay, so hopefully it's going to be quite interesting. No, I don't have a brochure, but online you are able to find everything. Yes.
Also, concepts will be in the.
Yes. Okay. What we are working now with Melia. Okay, since obviously they will open in April. Okay, and obviously they're not going to have any congresses now in April. The first one, big one, is going to be the Volkswagen in autumn. Okay, so until the Volkswagen Congress starts, they are going to organize congresses. They are going to organize concerts. Okay, And the idea behind these concerts is for the local population, okay? So they come and they get to start enjoying the infrastructure, okay? So the people in the city of Palma, they also start perceiving the Congress Hall as something that is thought out for the citizens, not only for the tourists, okay? So there is a very ambitious plan of schools going there to perform concerts, etc., until the month of October, where they're going to start with the Volkswagen Congress. And it's also going to help them out, Melia, to test how the people, how the employees work, how the infrastructure works, where are the failures, where are the problems, if there are any bottlenecks, etc. Okay, so once the Volkswagen Congress starts, okay, everything is smooth and runs perfectly. Okay, so that's it. That's how I was going to say. Okay, I don't want to go longer. I have 5 more minutes, but I'm not going to use them.
The video?
Everybody's tired.
No, we are not.
They're freezing, tired and freezing.
Thank you very much. And 7 o'clock, please.